Good morning, people. So here I am just on my phone waiting for my meds. And Alba has been sat here staring at me like this since I got downstairs, which has been about 10 minutes. I mean, she's not even budging. I mean, you can see how intense it is. And I don't know what she wants. I fussed her a lot, but she's still continuing to be like it. And then it goes like this. Help! Good morning. Again. Bloody Nora, it is freezing. I don't like it this time of the morning. Me, Dixie and Alba in the car. Soph's just getting the rubbish out for a rubbish day. And we're off ski to get me eyeballs looked at. Not looking forward to it, I have to admit. The last time I had these drops that make you like lose your sight, I was terrified. I was on my own. I couldn't text, I couldn't do nothing. Which is why obviously I've got Soph coming in with me just because it's so unpleasant. I had a hair in my mouth. So yeah, I'm glad that we were able to drop the girls off at her parents. But if not, the girls would have just had to stay at home because I needed somebody, because I don't know where the bit is in the hospital. And then we'd have to get money back, like, for the travel for being on benefits. And then I'll have to try and find my way back to the car, and I just don't think I'll be able to do that with my vision gone. So yes, we're running a little bit late, but that's normal. I do allow extra time, so, like, for when these things happen, we're still technically on time, but in my mind we're running late because we didn't hit the target time for when I said, if that makes sense. So yeah, so it's about to get in the car, and we're off ski. We're here.
Yay.
So if I had to wake me up, normally I wake up as I'm coming into places.
To be fair, normally when we get to mum and dad's you wake up because your body knows.
Yeah, but I've been conked out. And I think it's just because I feel so shite.
Yeah, you did sleep like the whole time, didn't you?
Yeah.
Which you don't normally. Usually, like, you wake up in bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the smoothest journey either, so it's not even...
No.
Yeah, so...
So we're just going to go have a whiz quickly, because I need a whizzy woo. And then we're going to go find this place.
Yay!
I've just come for a wee in the toilet, obviously. Duh. What a stupid thing to say. And I just saw this on the door, and it makes me so sad to see it. Like, so many numbers being teared off. But I'm glad that the people have managed to find somebody to ring, because when I was with my ex and she used to beat me, I never had anybody to ring. So, although it's sad, it's also quite nice that somebody like these people have now got help. So we're here after very confusing, like, I'm so tired, I've got everything. I signed in and then I went to reception to sign in. But there's a place, this screen here, Soph's just read on there that you need to look out for your name when it comes up on the screen to let you know where you gotta go. We're in an eye place. This is the only place in the hospital I've known that you've got to have a thing, like a form that, a television where you gotta look for your name, and then location where you gotta go. Surely this is the one place that you should get help, because you're here for your eyes, which clearly means they don't work properly. It's just our thoughts on that. This is like details of how big the hospital is. So this hospital is the equivalent to 30 football pitches. Has 220 miles of pipe work from Plymouth to Birmingham. Has 5 miles of corridors. 1,660 car parking spaces. And there's 938 beds including neonatal cots. And then each year housekeeping includes 652,660 hot meals, 1.356 tons of clinical waste, 1.7 million phone calls, 3.7 million laundry items, and then they recruited 423 patients into research studies. 119,626 patients cared for on our wards. 492,785 outpatient appointments. They took part in 518 research studies. 97,126 attendances at our emergency department. 3,686 babies delivered in a year. 4.5 stars on NHS Choices. 550 volunteers, and there's 6,894 members of staff, 75% women and 25% men. That's incredible.
So we just got back to Mum and Dad's, and while Charlie's asleep, I thought that I would just show you her setup. I can't zoom in because I'm facing that way, but you can see that she has her blanket from home, which is warm and snuggly. She has the cold air blowing on her so that she doesn't get too hot. She's got her hood up on her jumper, and over her hood and around the back of her headrest, she's got one of these things that you can actually buy, and they're actually meant for children and toddlers when they're in like a car seat, and it goes around the back of it and it stops their head tipping forward. Now Charlie has that issue too, so she bought one and tried it, and it's bloody amazing. So she's actually got two. One's got monkeys, one's got stars, but she's only used the stars one so far. She also has a neck pillow, as you can see, but it's the star thing that we wanted to show you mostly. But yeah, I'll get Charlie to put in a picture of what they are, and if she can link it in the description, or like I'll make her give you details and stuff, just in case you want one for your child or for yourself if you are a wheelchair user. So we are here to pick up the girlies. It's actually gone nice and blue, but we're not going to see any of it really, because once we get home, Charlie's going to be having morphine because she's in a lot of pain, and then she's going to be getting sleep. So we shall see how the rest of the day goes, and we will let you know how it goes and let you know about the appointment later.
Good afternoon. So we got home about 1, I think it was, maybe 12:30. Soph said that she vlogged when she got to her mum's. We were going to be going for a coffee, but I've just felt so crap, so we came home in the end. And then as soon as we got home, I had like a hot drink and some pain relief and went to sleep for about an hour. I woke up, I could probably sleep some more, but I decided that it was time to wake up. And then we watched some TV. I've been doing some more Easter cards. And then we took the girls out, and that's where we're at the moment. So it's just getting Gizmodo ready, and then we're gonna have some tea. When we were out with the girls, our neighbours that's across the road, we know, like, they came over, they were walking over, she was walking over with her mum, and I was just like, looks like somebody's broke their arm. And apparently this morning when they were all out, like, when the kids were out playing, someone came along with a dog that was on like one of the stretchy leads, and it caught the back of her legs, the lead did, and she went flying and broke her arm. That's gotta suck right at the beginning of the holidays. But like, it's like her mum turned and said, you can't stop them from going out. It's like a really beautiful area, and she, like, Sophie was having a conversation with her afterwards, and she was saying that where she used to live, they would never, like, dream of letting them out. And then when Sophie told me that place, I was like, yeah, I wouldn't either. And then we were saying that actually this little area here, unless you came onto our estate, you wouldn't know that it was here. And because of the way the levels of the ground are, like, you could look out your window and you can see your child playing out there. It's as safe as anything. But yeah, bless her, she broke her arm. It's gotta suck. So she's now in like a full arm, shoulder to wrist cast. Boo-hoo.
Yeah, so she spent all day at the hospital today, and she's got to go all to hospital.
Yeah, she went to the local one today. But we do it. And now she's got to go to the main hospital tomorrow. Bless her. But other than that, it's kind of been our day. I still feel very, very rubbish. I'm having a lot of lung pain that's radiating right the way around my chest. But my eyes, have we updated them with my eyes? So, my eyes, I'm going to need a new nasal cannula. This one is falling out my face. The freckles, which I was able to get a picture of one of my eyes when I was in the consultant. I don't know if it's my left or right, but obviously it's a bit more of a better picture than our cameras. And the freckles that are on my eyes, they're not tumours, which is really great. And the way you can tell is that if they were tumours, they would be raised, but my freckles are completely flat. And she turned around and said that there is some medication that can change the colour of your eyes. Dixie, no thank you. If you're going to bark, go to the garden. So she's just checking all of my meds. I gave her a list of my meds, so she's making sure that none of them are going to, like, be causing it. And she'll, like, let me know. She wants to see me in 3 months. But she said that if the medication isn't causing it, some people, their eye colour can just randomly change. She said she's known, like, one person who had eyes that went from blue to black, and there was nothing clinically wrong with their eyes. And looking at the picture that I took, my eyes are actually turning quite brown. I didn't realise it, but they...
I have to admit, I looked at you the other day, I thought they were browner, but I presumed it was just...
Yeah, it's because I've got like a bluey grey sort of colour, but yeah, they're now turning quite brown, which is very weird.
Hey, Mum.
Hey.
We just ate food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they're going to be keeping an eye on it at least. What?
Keeping an eye on it. When you said about your nasal cannula, I really wanted to shout, "Oh no!"
You didn't know.
No, I didn't, because you carried on talking. I didn't get to get it in.
Nose.
No.
So yeah, we're about to have tea now. So we'll see you in a bit. Are you comfy? Hiding your fez?
It was too bright.
Yeah. Somebody turn off the light. Gorgeous girl. We're just talking to Sophie about my nan, because she's been sent home. She still has pneumonia, and they said it would take another 3 weeks for her to get better on oral antibiotics. And I said to my mum, why didn't they just keep her in and keep her on IVs for a little bit longer, for like another 5-7 days, and it'll get rid of the bug altogether, and she wouldn't need to take orals. And I just sort of said that you can't really please people. And then it came into my mind today that all day we were receiving such lovely compliments from people. Either about my duck on my wheelchair. if I remember, I'll get Sophie to take a picture so I can put a picture in here if you haven't seen my duck. And if it wasn't about my duck, it was about my hair. And we were just like, thank you.
It was a really nice experience with the people there today.
Yeah, it was every time like we would go into a lift or something like that, people had just been really nice. And when we went into the REI, which is the eye infirmary bit, I think it was the ward sister or whatever else. As we were going in, she smiled and said good morning. And I was just like, why is everybody being so lovely?
It's not normal, is it?
It's not. It was just like, what's going on that we don't know about? But it was very nice, and it made us smile, and it was just warming.
It was.
To be complimented so much, because we don't normally. No. So I'm going to carry on making cards. I've got 2 left to do. Whoop, whoop. And I've done 24 in like 3 days.
2 days?
No. Started 2 days ago.
Oh, today's the 3rd day.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Gizmo's just, like, we were sat here and it was just like, there's still some green stuff in his mud. It's only a little though. We were just like, he's pulled his bloody tunnel out again. And then all of a sudden, he was like going like this with it and tugging it, and it was just moving. And I'm like, and then suddenly I caught out the corner of my eye, a bit of green came off in his mouth. I'm like, little git is chewing his tunnel. So we've had to remove it for a few days.
It's ripped off quite a bit that is obviously literally just done because it wasn't like it earlier.
No. But finally it's payday tomorrow!
Yay!
There's 2 weeks in a month that we struggle so much with. Just because we normally get paid like once a week and it ties us over with all the bills and things like that. But there's 2 weeks where we get no money, and boy is it a struggle every single time. So tomorrow we get to top back up on his herbs and boredom busters. Yay. But for now, I'm going to carry on with the cards and Santa Clarita diet. I just wanted to share that whilst I remembered. Yay. And all the cards are made. So there's 21 of these ones, which have got fluffy bums. And then there's this one for someone who's going for a bit of a rough time, so I'm sending her some hedgehogs. Hedgehogs, sorry.
I was just going to say you said that wrong.
Yeah. And here's 2 other Easter cards, but they're for like the older generation, so I didn't really think they would appreciate a rabbit butt going in a hole. But yay! I like them so much. Good evening.
That's a nice rosy patch.
Yeah. Quite.
Yeah.
Oh well.
What is the temperature tonight?
37.8.
Oh.
But don't worry,
Yesterday.
that's not a temperature. I just had somebody on my Instagram who I have no clue who they are, going back through my old photos, literally June last year, and it was a picture of the thermometer with a temperature of 38.2, I think it was. Was it that what I said?
I think so.
And saying that I was about to end my antibugs in 2 days, and I hoped that the temperature would start like disappearing soon. And they commented saying 38 is not a temperature. For it to be classified as a temperature, it needs to be above 38.5, and for a high temperature it has to be 39. I don't know what planet they're on, but 37.5 and higher is grumbling temperature, and 38 and above is a high temperature. When it gets to 39 and 40, that's a seriously, like, really bad sepsis temperature. I was literally just in shock, and Sophie was in shock as well, like,
Yeah.
what is she talking about? Well, normally, when I don't have temperatures, my baseline temperature is like 36 anyway, because I sit at a cold temperature. So a temperature of 38 for me is actually pretty darn, like, high.
Yeah.
people. But anyway, it is the evening.
Yep.
We are in bed. We are both knackered.
I will be falling asleep within the next half an hour.
Me too. Thankfully there's not much vlog to edit. Well, I don't think anyway. Watch me sit here now for the next hour or so. But that's okay. And then tomorrow we have shopping. Yay! Yeah. But it's got to be done. So we're going to get on with that so we can get to sleep because we are pooped. So thanks for coming on our day with us. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Wednesday, April 10th. Bearing our burdens. Praise be to the Lord, to God our Saviour, who daily bears our burdens. So many times we hyper-focus on our burdens. It's almost as if we choose to trust in the burden, not the burden bearer. Our gaze remains fixed on the problem, not the problem solver. It's time to shift our focus. God has promised in His Word that He will bear our burdens, not just occasionally, but daily. Every problem we face can be placed into His mighty hands. He's more than capable. When we shift our attention away from our trials and onto Him, our perspective changes completely. The weight is gone. And when the weight is gone, we're better able to lift our hands and hearts in praise, which further strengthens our faith. No matter what you're going through today, praise God. He's ready and willing to carry the load on your behalf. What a trustworthy and faithful God we serve. Lord, there are so many days when I feel weighted down with life's burdens. How freeing to know you want to lift those weights from my shoulders, to carry them for me. What a gracious and kind Father you are. I'm so grateful to you, my burden bearer.